hour, maybe not too much longer. Got a lot of work to do today, so I unfortunately have to get back to the real world. But I'll get my music up and running, get some art on. It's going to be fun. And look, I put on makeup today, see? So, anyway, hopefully you guys appreciate the things I do for you. Cover up my face. And let's see, gonna get my Watch Me Work stream going as well. So anybody on WMW can join in. And that should take just a moment. Doing illustration to shirt design. Starting my hangout. Allow that. Approve that. Join that. Share my screen. Sharing that. Starting my broadcast. Alrighty, I think that worked. Probably would help if I included my link, wouldn't it? Why didn't that copy? Is my keyboard being a jerk again? Sure looks like it. Connect, you bastard. Okay, that's working now. Alright. Now we should be up and running on all points. Looks like it's working. Okay. Welcome to my stream. I will be doing some artwork today. And that artwork includes a couple of featured creators. One of them is the worm from Dune. And another one is the man, the myth, the legend, Christopher Walken. If you don't see the correlation, then you should go immediately listen to Fatboy Slim, which I'm going to put on whilst we... Oh, I was going to put it on, but Spotify's being a jerk. Let's try that again. Spotify. Where they come up with these names. It's like they're out of domains, so they just like, okay, let's put two words together. Fizzle Barber. Alright, it's a website about laundry. Makes no damn sense. But whatever. As long as you get your domain out there and you're branded, I guess it doesn't matter really. I'd like to apologize ahead of time as we get started. I'm going to be drinking coffee, and occasionally you will see and hear slurping. Thusly. Alright, Spotify ain't working on what's going on with that. I'll just have to use someone else. How about Pandora? When's the last time you used Pandora? It's been a while, huh? For me, anyway. Fatboy Slim. Actually, I vaguely remember Fatboy Slim's Pandora station being really good. Like, they play all kinds of awesome songs. Play! Can't lose. Here we go. Alright. Turn that down just a touch. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Get my references in order. Get my Fatboy Slim on. Now the first thing I have to do is kind of block out what I'm going to do. Sorry guys. Just ignore the banana phone. Basically at this point I'm not sure exactly how I want the shirt to look, so I'm going to kind of sketch out some ideas. Hopefully that's as entertaining as doing the actual art, because that's what I'm doing. So enjoy. Let's see. References. Nice photo of Mr. Walken. Now, picking a pose for him is a little tough because they're all pretty good. This one's great. I like the one where he's doing the little bunny hands. That one's pretty good too. Crossover leg action. Ooh, here we go. Yikes. What is that from? Oh, Sleepy Hollow. Man, I haven't seen that in forever. Make sure my stream's functioning. Excuse me just a moment. I hate it when I got too many tabs and I don't know what's where. It's always annoying. Oh, there we are. Looks like we're working. Alrighty. Alright, Mr. Walken. I really like this move, pulling on the pants. It's pretty funny. But I don't know if it's iconic enough. I think I need like that spread-legged dance that he does where he's like, I don't know, doing jazz hands or something. It's kind of like this one, but I think there was a different pose similar to this one. I could do like 3 in a row. Alright, well, we got a fairly good idea. We also got our Dune worm, this lovely fellow right here. It's got the tri-jaw going on. So, as far as concept go, I definitely want to do something with this dude. And I'm thinking like, alright, let's look at it as a shirt first. So, go to my brush here. Just gonna do some sketchies, some idea sketchies. What is going on here? Why am I, nothing wants to work today. What's up with that? It's like super mega slow. I don't know what is happening. Alright guys, move my camera over a little bit. It seems to be cutting off my face. And we all know the only reason you guys watch my stream is to see my beautiful face. Nope, that's not face. Try one more time. Alright, I don't know if that's better or worse or the same. I think it's a little better. Okay. Let's try this again. Now Wacom, Photoshop, you people behave. Why aren't we working? Alright, you know what? I'm going to unplug her and plug her back in again. When in doubt, do that. Maybe my computer is overloaded. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at my RAM and what's sucking it up. Sorry about all this, guys. Occasionally, my lack of IT prowess shows through. Especially right now, trying to plug the damn USB cord in. It's not rocket science. Okay, success. Alright, let's try this again. Why am I not making a mark? What am I missing? Oh, I think I'm frozen. That's the problem. Maybe I got too much crap happening on my computer. It's possible. Alright, well, first thing I'm going to do is kill Photoshop, and then I'll bring it back up. Apparently I'm going to need to do it the old-fashioned way with my merry little task manager. There we go. Let's try that again. I'm going to kill as many Chrome windows as I can too. I feel like it's sucking up a lot of my life over here. This is a really great Pandora station. Ah, BattleNet's running, no wonder. See, that's the stone part of Drawstone. So I'm really into Hearthstone. And if that's running, that sucks up a lot of energy. For almost no reason, too, because it's not even Hearthstone that was up. It was BattleNet, which is just like the launch thing for Hearthstone. But apparently, it loves the RAM. Alright, while we're waiting, let's discuss concept. No, I don't want to log back in. I want to go away. Okay. So we got Mr. Wormy. Here's what I'm thinking. We got the shirt and the worms, and they could be going kind of in and out of the shirt, maybe. And then, like, toward the top of the shirt, you could have Mr. Walken just kind of standing there, like, doing his little doobie dance. Maybe. I don't know. My other thought was a warning sign that says walk without rhythm. And then it has Walken standing in the middle, you know, like the little crosswalk dude. But I wanted to put the worm in there, too. I could have him, like, attacking the sign from behind, maybe. That could be cool. That could look really neat, actually. Sorry, I got an itch. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see what we got. That's so crazy that Pandora shows you the lyrics now. Looks like we're working. We are functional. So, new file. Alright. Let's recap. 16 width, 20 height, 300 resolution. Alright. We got our little canvas here. Throw it on a layer. This will be our sketchy layer. So, get our brush tool. Make sure we're functional. Yes, we are. It's a little slow, but maybe it'll catch up. Alright, make you small. Alright, that's good. Alright, so picture warning sign here like this. You know, like a yield kind of deal. Not yield. What's the square one? Whatever. And then walk without, however the hell you spell rhythm. Mr. Walken doing his little diddly dance. And then desert in behind. And Mr. Wormy coming up. And then he's going to attack the sign. Kind of like it. What do you guys think? I don't know if the scale's right. I gotta look at the worm again. It's Mr. Walken. Alright, here's Mr. Worm. Alright, here's the relative size of worm to people. So they're kind of freaking gigantoballs. So I'm thinking I'll put him in the distance like he's coming toward the sign. But really the scale is kind of like this. See, like here's the dude. So like that would be the relative size of Walken on the sign to Mr. Wormy in the background. So I can't have him looping up and around, but I can have him in the background. So sign, and then have the road. Oh, why would it be on that side of the road? That's just silly. We're not in Australia here. Do they ride on that side in Australia? I honestly don't know. We could just ignore the road. artistic license. Giant scary worm, check. Cute sign, check. All right, we're gonna do a little recycling. I'm gonna grab the sign from one of my previous sign jobs. And that was an Illustrator doc, so you know what, maybe I'll just skip it. I'm probably gonna do walk-in in Illustrator because I want him to look like the pedestrian dude. First I'm gonna Google walk sign. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be super cute. All right, I'm jazzed. Are you guys jazzed? I'm jazzed. So I want it to look like this guy. I'm gonna throw him in there, just for layout purposes. So it's gonna be like this guy. And then let's see. Yeah, I think that's gonna be cool. We'll use that funky Helvetica. Alright, we don't need him anymore. Just as long as the head is floating and the body's kind of boxy. I think we kind of got the idea. Okay, kill you. God, why are we still running so slow? Isn't that awful? Alright, so as always, we got to think about colors. We're limited to 6 because it's a shirt design. That's important to know. So in this case, we're going to use yellow for the sign, black for the stick, black and yellow for the worm highlights, and black background. Oh, they want me to sign up for Pandora, huh? Little do they know I'm already a member. So let's talk about colors some more. Looking at the wormies, they definitely have a sandy Sahara kind of color. So maybe on top of the yellow, we'll do like a terracotta, close to orangish yellow color. Like, see the yellowy, spooky background? And that is another question. What color do we want to do the background? I kind of like worm coming out of the darkness, but all of these pictures depict the worm during the daytime, and I don't want to stray too far from the Dune formula, lest the fans get all pissed off. I could do like spooky cloudy background like they have in some of these, you know, like dust storm. That could look cool. Let's see what a dust storm looks like. Dust storm. Oh yeah, dust storms are neat. Unfortunately for us, I can't do a cream color background. I don't want news, I want images. It's kind of a Mad Maxy sort of feel, so that's kind of cool. Maybe brown. So brown background, dusty spookiness, yellow sign. I think this could look cool. Alright, I like it. Okay, I'm going to close down Pandora because I believe that they are what's slowing my computer down right now. I might try and give Spotify another shot. Let me see if they're still open, and then I can close it so that I can bring it back up. It's times like these I wish I had a Mac. And then I sit and think about it for a minute, and I'm like, nah, I don't want a Mac. Definitely not. They're just so crazy expensive. I'd be afraid to use it. It'd be like that fancy couch in the living room. You know, the one you're not allowed to touch, it's covered in plastic. Yeah, that's the kind that I don't want. Aha! Spotify is still open. No wonder they're all pissed off. Okay. Spotify crash service. Obviously it's not doing its job. Or it's doing it too well. I don't know. I can't tell if I'm a commercial for Spotify or if I'm a commercial for Pandora because I don't know who's worse right now. Alright. So, the real question is, do we do walk without rhythm or walk in without rhythm? You know, like Christopher Walken? Because it's kind of a cute idea, but it's a little, I don't know. Alright, I'm going to get some music up in this biatch. Excuse me. Alright, let's see how their thingy goes. Do a radio station based on him. Yay! That'll do. All right. So let's look at our t-shirt colors that we're going to choose from. And first of all, we've got a brown color as our background. Make sure we got the right color. You know, olive might be a cool color too. Let me throw it in there and we'll see if we want to flip it around. All right. Asphalt is also an option, like a grayish, but my last shirt was gray, so I don't like redoing the same thing over and over. Black gets a little old, as much as I love it. Let's see what olive might look like. I'm gonna go ahead and just add it in there, and then we can always turn it off and on and then play with it and see if we like it. That's the lovely thing about Photoshop. It might look cool, like a green and brown and yellow on top of the olive. I might like it, but you know, I'll stick with brown for the mo, just to make sure that we like it to begin with. All right, so let's get our shape in there. I'm gonna cheat a little bit for this shape. Let's round our corners just a touch. Can we? And it's been a while since I've done it in Photoshop. You know what? It might be easier just to make a new one. Okay, here we go. Round them corners. Just a touch more, not too round. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. That's good. Get our color looking right. Yaller. We get a little bit greenish just so that we can blend it well with the background without it jiving too much. Cool. Okay. You know what? I think we do need a little bit more rounding, just like a tiny bit. But you know what? We can do that in Illustrator. We'll do it later. All right. Let's do our text just for layout purposes. Make you block. Blockade. Pop you on top. Tiny bit smaller. This is fun. It almost works. It's Bebas. I love you, Bebas. You're the best font. Sorry, I got a crush. But it's not the font that I need right now. It's not the font that Gotham deserves. Why are they all like rounded right now? What's up with that? Is that like a trick? No, because it was just for Isn't that weird? Look at all my corners are rounded. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Maybe I was just stuck in a font. I had like a Helvetica, like a fake Vetica. Be a funny name for a fake Helvetica. It's called like Helv. I barely actually have Helvetica. Who knew? Helvetica New. Condensed is what I want. Well, that's why my thingies are always rounded, because we're stuck in Helvetica. Alright, let's try this. So here's our Helvetica, and that's a little stretched out. It's not stretched out, that's just what it looks like. Gross. There we go. Medium. Then we'll make it a little more narrow. And it's not quite right, but I might change this font. I haven't decided yet. And you know, and this is a little embarrassing, but I could Google how to spell rhythm because I don't know how to spell rhythm. I don't think that's right. Is that right? Okay, rhythm. R-H-Y-T-H-M. There's no extra Y. Get an extra Y in there. R-H-Y-T-H-M. Alright, that wasn't so hard. Let's see if we can remember that for the next time so I'm not so embarrassed. How about that? It's called maintaining knowledge instead of just shuffling it out of my brain with other stuff I don't need, like algebra and Stephen King novels. I don't know if it's gonna fit right. Maybe I should change the sign shape. I hate to make such a drastic change based entirely on whether the text fits, but sometimes that's what you need. Maybe a triangular one would be better. I like the shape of the diamondy one though. Isn't there a shape that's like, oh yeah, there is. Okay, cool. You guys remember this sign shape? Yeah, that might be the one to go with. Let's do that. Oh, I want to open Illustrator, but I don't want to tank my computer either. I don't know. Alright, well, yeah, let's just do this. That might be the easiest way to go. That's pretty close. Looks like a little house. See, now it's kind of cute because it looks like a crosswalk sign. And I'm just going to take these two dudes here and merge them. Merge them. Okay. That's Control E for any of you keyboard shortcut hounds out there. Select two layers, Control E will merge them. And I'm going to add a stroke. And that stroke is black. Looks good. Alright, and I will add another stroke. And that stroke will be yellow. And it's going to be thicker so that it pokes out the ends. Perfect. I love it when stuff works out. Alright, that's a little crunchy on the ends there. That should be an easy fix. Keyword should. Masterize your happy ass. Sometimes you gotta make your brush hard. Alright, well, slightly better. I might fix that in Illustrator just for precision's sake. But for now, it'll do. I like it. And it gives us more room to make this walk bigger, so it's kind of fun. Yeah, I like it. Alright. Then we gotta put Mr. Walken in the middle. I might make that walk smaller just to allow more room. Before I do anything else, I'm going to save. Because I'm currently happy with this design and I don't want it to go away. So we go to our shirts folder. walking without rhythm. Cool. We spelled rhythm right first time. Walking art. Savey, savey. All right. What are we up to in colors? We're up to 2. Black and yellow. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Alright. Looks good. I think I just accidentally keyboard shortcutted myself into a frenzy. Yep, I didn't mean to do that. I don't even know what this does. What are you? Oh, you're like a lighting adjuster. Alright, well. I don't know what the shortcut was, so I guess it don't even matter. Alright, it's time to separate our layers before we go any further, because it'll make it easier. Oh, come on. It's a good thing we saved, huh? Yeah, very good thing. Let's bring it back in. Take this moment to drink some coffee. Oh god, Photoshop users. Do you have the same problem where Photoshop just crashes randomly? Because that hasn't happened to me in a long time, but I don't like it. Definitely not. What'd I do? I don't even know, man. Hooray for saving! Yay! All we lost was the stick, and that took like 10 seconds. So sweet! It's too thick anyway. It's gonna be better this time around. Let's increase our flow just so we don't have patchy spots. Oop! Wrong color. That's a jaunty sky blue. It's beautiful. Alright. Make sure you're centered properly. There we go. And I'm going to put Mr. Walken in the center. I don't have a ton of time. I'm going to try to get this done before 11. So, speed painting time. Go! Our little Christopher Walken guy. Where'd he go? I need my reference. It's dust storms. Where are you? There he is. Alright, let's go with this one. Okay, got my reference. Move you up just a touch. Get Mr. Wacom going. And now we draw. On a new layer. Separate our colors layer. Okay. Alright, Mr. Walken. There's your head. It's a very lovely head. Try to get some of your hair in there. And here's your shoulders. Got this arm going kind of a little willy-nilly over here. It's funny because in the music video he's doing anything but walking without rhythm. He's just tearing it up on the dance floor. So really there should be a no symbol around him, but let's not split hairs, shall we? Yes, let's not. This particular move doesn't look terribly rhythmic either. I'm sure that will help. Might fix that hand later, but for now we'll leave it. Okay. Get his manly shoulders in there. Get his fancy suit flying. Do some filling. I don't know why it defaults to that now. Ooh. always defaults to the gradient fill tool, and I need to fix that because it drives me nuts. I mean, I don't ever want a gradient fill. If I do, then I'll do it in Illustrator, so then I can play with it later. I mean, I guess I can do that now in Photoshop. I don't really use Photoshop enough for anything but just drawing. Illustrator is usually my go-to. This hand is kind of like jazz hands. Alien fingers. They're a little spread out. I'll have to fix that just a touch. Alien fingers. Okay, we're fixing. Be amazed how far the fingers can spread out. It's pretty impressive. Alright, it's not too terrible. Let's keep going. Get his suit in place. I might do some liberal lighting over here just to give some separation from the suit. Kind of like a fake light. Maybe I'll do the tie in negative too. Yeah, you know what? I like that. There's a little movement to it. And then we got, I'm just going to sketch this part out because it's a little tricksy. Get some leg action over here. Saving before I do anything else. No more crashes. Killing us. It's got really high pants in this video. It's kind of funny. I kind of like how he's coming out. Well, if anybody's interested, the shirt that I designed last week, the liquid inspiration with the coffee cup, is now up for sale. It did not win, but it did get a print, and to me that's a win. At least I think so. I love getting prints. Even if I don't make a ton of money off of it, it's just super cool to think that there are all these people walking around wearing my shirts. I'm just like, hey, you know, I'm waiting for the day that I see someone on the streets that I don't know wearing one of my shirts. Because that would be amazing. I actually have a similar phenomenon in that the zombie art I did for the grammar zombies. I don't know if you know what shirt I'm talking about, but it's one of my more popular shirts. It's just a bunch of zombies telling you how to grammar. The art that I did for that kind of became a little bit of a meme for teachers and other people that are interested in the English profession. And there are people sharing it all over Facebook. It's so funny. It's pretty entertaining. Yeah, I like this. It's not bad. I think I'm going to quit tweaking it for now and go back to it later maybe. But for now it's, I mean, it's very kind of Christopher Walken-y, so I'm just going to fix the double toe over here. We'll smooth it out later. For now, I like it. It's not bad. Let me do a quick screen cap. Save my work, of course. Do a snippy. Grabbing my snip. Love this song. Apologize to anybody watching this on YouTube. YouTube usually takes my music and leeches it out. But it's kind of cool because they can leave my voice. It's pretty amazing technology. Sorry, I got an itchy nose. And I need coffee. All right. Let's focus on Mr. Worm. That's gonna be fun. I love giant monsters with lots of teeth. Let me stretch first. Hold on. Ooh. Oh god. Sorry about that. Okay, good. Moving along. So we only got 2 colors to work with. I'm going to go ahead and block them out in darkness, and then we'll just bring them forth from the light, or with light. What is that? Okay, that's my sketch. Let's go ahead and label our layers first, and we'll separate our black. I think that's just black. Yep. Okay. Okay. So we'll call you black. Walk and. Okay, you know what? This will be pretty easy. I'm just going to go ahead and rasterize the effects. And then I can just do one of these. Nope. That's another one. My magic wand, for some reason, is now. It used to be defaulted to the wand itself and not the magic selection tool. So, also a point of annoyance. Black line. Alright, you know what? I'm going to change the name of this one to Walking. And then I'm going to go ahead and just group these into a black layer. That way I can just collapse them when I'm ready to go instead of dealing with having to worry about exactly what they're doing. It's actually really good to sort and organize your layers here and there just to keep in mind your print and your colors, and that way when we do the final export we don't have to worry about all that stuff. We're thinking ahead. It's very important, planning and thinking ahead. Alright, lecture over. Back to the fun stuff. Let's pull up our Dune worm. Mr. Dune worm. Sandworms. You hate them, right? I hate them myself. Sorry, different movie. / book. Was Beetlejuice a book? I think it was all movie. Alright. Do we want a toothy worm or do we want just the gummy worm? Because look at gummy worms. Because looking at these drawings here, they don't seem to really have teeth. They're just kind of flappy. So, I don't know. This guy looks like he knows his stuff. Those guys, those have teeth though. But we're not talking about the Dune game, we're talking about the Dune book. That looks like some sweet fan art. That's amazing. That is a bread sandworm. I love it. I like this guy too. It's pretty cool. I like the corrugated nature of his body. It's pretty neat. Alright, well, let's make it sketchy and just see how it feels. I kind of like this mouth here. Like the teeth are subtle. Alright. I'm up on that to get some. Up on that to get fun. I'm up on that to get lucky. Sorry, I'm singing again. Alright, I'm going to start with a black-brown color. And then we can either make that a color or we can just make it like a half tone of black and brown for the background, depending if we go with brown in the final version. But just for now, just to make it as good as I want it, I'll go with a blacky brown color. Maybe like a touch of red in it. Yeah, it's too close to the background. There, it's a color. Okay. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is give him a body shape. I don't usually like when it does that edge thing on my circle shape, but today I kind of like it because it almost works for me. I'm going to move everything down so I have more room for the worm. That works. Gives me more room. I'm also going to have him kind of doing the screech thing. I'm a worm. Kind of looks like a flower. Okay, if we're going to bring it down that far, I'm going to have to make the horizon really low, which might just look weird. And we'll go ahead and kick this underneath. Then I guess I'm going to do my horizon now just to make sure it looks good. Because I want it to look like it's huge, so bringing the horizon down is going to make a big difference on that. Let's go ahead and add some clouds too. Make them kind of fluffy clouds. We can always halftone later. Dust storm reference, very important. All right, dusty storms. Here we go. I like the way it billows up, kind of like smoke. I don't want it to be like the central focus though. I want it to be kind of muted. But I also want it to give the appearance like this worm is huge because this is like also a dust storm looming below the top of the worm. Alright, I don't like this song. Not a fan. This will work. Alright, now let's get the desert in there as well. Doesn't need to go all the way to the end. Get like some desert kind of underbrushy look going on. I think I'm going to tweak that. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Bust up a big fluffy eraser with a low flow and just kill it. There, so it's still there. Whatever. Okay, I'm going to kill the horizon line I made too. It's kind of a sexy sound, huh? Give this more like the appearance of clouds. Cloudiness. Probably going to change the color too. I'm not too happy with this orange anymore. Or you know what? Maybe I'll just bust in some white or something. Or some of this yellow. Let's see what happens. Why not? Let's go crazy. Let's bring the flow down, that's for sure. You can always change the color. But not just having two colors is what makes it good. I'm also not sure I'm keeping this brown yet. haven't decided yet what I'm doing with that. You know what? I really don't like it in yellow. I'm going to go ahead and shift it to white. Maybe even like a different orange. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's leave it like that for now. Right. Now I'm going to go back and kick in some more brown over the background and use it kind of as an eraser, but I'm really just painting. Ooh, no, I need to go under. Make the horizon a little less defined. Do some negative painting of clouds coming up too. It's not really clouds. I mean, it's kind of dust clouds, I guess. That's kind of cool. I like the shadowy feel this worm's got. I think I'm going to abuse it a little bit. Give him a little bit of a coming out of the fog type feel. Oh yeah, I like that. Cool. We're getting there. While I'm at it, I'll start kicking in some detail on Mr. Worm. If I can ever find my reference. There he is. All right. Just gonna kind of tweak it a little bit. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Audrey too. Go ahead and use some more defined lines for now. Sorry about the quietness. Sometimes when I get focusing really hard, I forget what I'm doing. Like, oh yeah, Jen, you're streaming, so probably should be paying attention to that. But you know how it goes. Sometimes you get into a groove and you're just like, I gotta dig in. I don't even care that I'm doing like 100 layers right now because I just care about making it look cool for the moment. Because right now this is technically only one color because there's shirt background happening here. So I'll get a little bit of a pass there. Just taking the color out is enough to make it work for the print. Alright, now there is a level of creepiness I'm missing out on here. It's almost a little too pretty. I need to have like a something to give it the creep factor. Ooh, wrong button. Definitely the teeth, I think, are what's going to sell it. So let's go ahead and add some teeth. And let's make them white, so keep in mind that is another color. Go ahead and zoom in a bit for this too. Get some teeth up in there. Little ones, but creepy ones. They're kind of choppy. I'm going to go ahead and smooth these out just a touch. Might not really matter at this size, but who cares? We do what we can. Bring down the fluffiness on Mr. Brush. Cool. And get some more teeth in there. Might as well intersperse them kind of with the right spacing. I mean, it's sci-fi, so the spacing is really whatever I want to make it, but it's nice to add an organic touch to it. Let's take a look and see how our teeth look. Yeah, that definitely adds to the creepiness factor. I think it works. Alright, and I'm going to angle some teeth up on the other interior flap here. Let's go ahead and just, oops, keep kicking it in. Tooth, 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 tooth. These ones are going to be pointing kind of towards, so they're not too far off already. Seem to kind of curl down a little bit. I'm not sure if this is correct or not, but we'll take a look at it as a whole. We can always flip them over. These ones will be super spooky because you'll see them from the side. I'm gonna have that T-Rex tooth appeal. Get a real look at the shape of the tooth. Little hooky, sharp things designed to suck you in. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Oh yeah, that's definitely spookier. And kick in more black to make the mouth look like it has even more depth. Sorry, stretch time again. Let's save before we do anything else. Chug some more coffee. And then we're going to add some detail. And we're going to lose some detail. But mostly we're going to smooth this crap out because it is ugly. There's no reason for that to be so choppy. Yeah, wrong color. I think for this last part, when I do the texture and stuff, I'm going to play with some brushes to get the right look. kind of a sketchiness. And I'm going to go kick back in some more clouds. And then the clouds will kind of fluff up around Mr. Worm in such a way to give it that coming out of the mist look, which I love so much. It's almost a shame to lose the bubbliness over here because it almost works for that segmentation on the worm. But I'm going to make my own with brushes in just a few minutes here. We don't want them to be willy-nilly segments. We want them to be segments that are in place because we want them there. Not like, wee, free segments. No, that's just cheapens the whole concept of drawing. I think if you didn't know what I was talking about, you'd be like, what? You might be like that already, but like, I feel like I'm not making a ton of sense already. Okay, thank you. That was killing me. Pretty much we're just cleaning up our edges, making it pretty. I'm gonna mess them up again in a minute with another brush, so might as well start with something good. Sometimes in Photoshop, doing it fast is the only way to make sure it looks good. If you slow down too much, you can get choppy if you're not careful. It's getting a little disco in here, and I like it. It's some more Daft Punk. It sounds just like Get Lucky. Okay, let's take a look. It's a hole now. A little better, a little cleaner. Ooh, he's a little fatter too. Let's go ahead and give him a diet. Yeah, make him a little more sinuously wormy. There we go. Cool. I like how this is coming out. I'm a fan. Oh, coffee. Alright, time for a new brush. Go ahead and layer some of my, oh, come on, keyboard. Sometimes it glitches out like crazy. It might be too far away from my CPU or something. I might just need a new keyboard soon. Let's go ahead and add some black in the center here. Give the depths of his maw a little bit of more depthiness. Just going to add a couple of interior ridges here just to give it that feeling like the ridges carry through. I'll erase those teeth later. It kind of works. There we go. Cool. Wrong button. All right, saving. All right, now we're going to play with some brushes. We're going to have a little fun. Take you up there. Save, save, save. All right, brush time. First, let's see what kind of brush we want to use. Let's try this one, see how that feels. Might be too straight. What happened to my angle sensitivity? I feel like it doesn't know that I'm at an angle anymore. It used to. I don't know what's up with my Wacom lately. That might be it. No, it's too scratchy. Let's try this one. Nice, soft, fluffy round. That might be the way to go. Maybe we'll play with the settings a little bit, though. Where's my brushes panel? Alright, let's add some bristles, take away some length. Yeah, a little fluffier. Let's decrease the stiffness. Yeah. Bring down the angle. Can't push down too hard, that's what happens. Bring the length up again. Yeah, I'll bring the length back down. Bring up the thickness. Let's bring up the stiffness a tiny bit more. Yeah, I need a lot of bristles, unfortunately. Splat. These brushes are so much fun. Add some stiffness back in there. Alright, now I'm going to adjust the spacing a touch. Too much. How about no spacing? Let me just take that out. There we go. Alright, now we want it to be a little wet. And a little bit fluffy. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the flow down. I don't think I like that. What am I doing wrong here? Too much stiffness. You know, as much as I like the bristly one, I think the soft one might be a better look for what I'm trying to accomplish. So I'm going to try this first. I'm not going to segment the whole thing, I just want like hints of segments. So I'm going to go ahead and do a big, fat, feathery brush. That works pretty good. I like it. Bring the flow down quite a bit and soften it even more, especially on the bottom because I don't like that piece. Alright, cool. When in doubt, erase it out. Don't worry about going over because I'm going to just delete the warm body from it. So, oops, clicked on the wrong thing. Alright, I like how it's coming out. I'm going to take a quick break and pause all this jazz. So I will be back in just a moment.